How to complete a journal entry. Now the reason we have to complete journal entries is because we like to see what is going on in a business, knowing where funds are going, how they're being used and what the point of them are. Now my name is Edward Falls and let's get excited. How to set up a journal entry. Now as you can see, this is how you set it up. You've got your date, accounts, debits and credits, and putting in the relevant date on the left, you have your debited account on top, and then you have your credited account inserted to the right slightly underneath it, and then you have your debited and credited amounts, which are always the same. Now this is what it should look like, just so you know where we're heading. Now credits and debits. I like to think of it as a T and as a balance. So you have your assets on the left and you have your liabilities and equity on the right. And always making sure that they're balanced. Always thinking, I need them to be balanced. Now, if you want to increase assets, then you have to debit them. And if you want to decrease assets, you have to credit them. And liabilities and equities are the opposite. If you want to decrease them, you debit them. And if you want to increase them, you credit them. Now, still thinking about the T, the assets are on the left, liabilities are on the right. Just some examples is cash, accounts receivable applies for assets. Liabilities can be like accounts payable, expenses, equity, capital, etc. Now coming back to the balance, imagining that debits are on the left and credit is on the right, thinking about the example of electricity. So I've just paid electricity expense, and so therefore I'm looking at cash because I've just paid it, and expense. So cash will go down because I've just paid it out of my cash, and expenses will go down because it's no longer an expense. Therefore, cash going down, credit, expenses going down, debit, debit, electricity expense, credit, cash. And this is what it will look like. You got your electricity expense on top and your cash underneath, and the two amounts will always be equal. Going on to the sample question, in August 23, purchase office supplies costing $5,200 on accounts. You put in the date, which is the 23rd, and then you think, right, you're dealing with supplies and accounts payable. Supplies is going to go up, so you have to debit them because they're on the asset side, and the accounts payable is going to go up, so you have to credit them because they're on the liability side. Therefore, supplies, accounts payable, put in the $5,200 on both sides, and that is what it will look like. Well, thank you very much for your time. That is how you complete journal entries. My name is Edward Falls.